All right, guys, we are going to be going to Paleo FX in Austin, Texas, and I'm really excited because one of the things I've been doing has been a ketogenic diet, and I want to talk a little bit about that. Now, that's a little different than paleo, and I totally understand it, but let's just enjoy the moment. And all right, everyone, I'm at a light here. Wanted to ask you a quick question. What type of foods do you eat? What kind of diet do you follow in terms of sort of eliminating certain foods or including certain foods or all types of foods? I'd like to know, so comment down below. And what is it with your diet maybe that you feel like affects your energy or your energy food? Or even do you feel like food itself affects your energy, affects your vibration, affects how you feel? Let me know down below, and we're on our way. All right, everyone, we finally got some parking. I'm really excited because my friend Keith Norris is putting on Paleo FX with some of his folks, and I'm really excited because as I was driving through, I'm like, this is totally packed, and if this is all for his event, this is amazing. So really, really cool, and really shows me that a lot of people are waking up to some different ways to live their life, which is cool because that's what I'm doing in this world, is bringing in new ways. So we're here, we're going to be looking at kind of what's going on with paleo, what it is, and just kind of sharing a little bit of the journey. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my food journey before I go in there. Many of you may or may not know, but when I was about 15 years old, I started getting involved in lifting weights and bodybuilding. And that was really what started shifting how I thought about food and how I started maybe going down some paths with food that weren't necessarily the healthiest path. And so at 15, I started working out and getting into fitness, but I didn't have a lot of food education. I started looking at fitness and mostly bodybuilding magazines that were, telling me that I had to eat more protein, I had to eat more food, I had to really pound down the calories to gain weight. And what happened was, me being a little bit on the edge of like, I'm gonna really try really hard, just kind of a type A personality, that's what I did. And from age 15 until I was about 19 years old, I went from 125 to 130 pounds all the way up to 258 pounds. And I had gained a ton of muscle, gained some fat too, but also got into the habit of constantly being really hungry and also eating a lot of food. And I got used to my stomach feeling really full, and I had this association with, the more food I ate, the more my athletic performance would improve, the better I would do, and all of this sort of thing. At the same time, I also had a little bit of an emotional connection to sugar. In my family, which I love dearly, one of the things we tend to do, like sit around, have coffee, and my mom would brings out like treats like pastries and different things. And while it's really great, it's anchored in for me kind of a memory of family time and sweets. So those two things together, as I got sort of a little older, into my 20s and into my 30s, found myself needing to eat, or feeling like I need to eat, a lot more food than I really needed, because I wasn't doing the heavy weightlifting and stuff at the same level, and also had a little bit of that sugar addiction and a little bit of that need for that sugar when I was going through law school, and I'd go through the challenges with school. It was like, oh, just let me get some Hershey bars and I'll feel better, right? Or when I got my first job, going out doing business consulting, and realized like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be my whole life. I work all day and I have this like 2 days in the weekend. I sort of had that reality hit me. And what did I want to do? Well, I wanted to go to a place and just eat a bunch of food and feel better, sort of drown the emotion. And I constantly felt hungry. So I've been going through this journey with food for a very long time. Now, when I got into my 40s, I made some changes, and I really got back into fitness and working out. And I tried different things to get in really good shape and drop body fat. One of the things, unfortunately, like in the traditional bodybuilding way of thinking, was, you go on a very strict diet, you drop a lot of body fat, you get down to like a single digit body fat of maybe like 8%, maybe 6%, you have your abs, everything is showing, and then what the heck do you do from there? right? It's not really a lifestyle. When you do bodybuilding for competition and you get into that mindset, a lot of it is very much tunnel vision. Like, I'm going to go on this very strict diet. I'm going to cut out everything. I'm going to eat broccoli and chicken and, you know, sweet potatoes, and that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to get to that goal. And then what happens with most bodybuilders and many of my friends who are doing bodybuilding shows, right after the show's done and maybe you won or you didn't, what do you go do? Well, you go eat all the stuff that you wanted to eat that you didn't eat during the contest prep. And so you go have Whataburger, you go have pizza, and then in a week you gain back the 20 pounds that you lost. So it's totally not healthy. It's totally not a long-term solution. I'm going to go in there. All right, so I guess I'm going to get my exercise here. We're going to walk all the way down, down, down. We got 4 or 5 levels to go. All right, we are walking. It's a beautiful day and should be pretty cool. So let me know down below, have you tried a paleo diet? Have you tried a ketogenic diet? And what do you think about them? Or what do you have questions about regarding those diets? We're here, we're checking it out. So meet some cool people on the way in and looking around. I got this cool backpack to show y'all.
Just made a cricket.
Really, I did? This is a cricket? Tell me about this bar. I ate one of these. What is it?
It is crickets that have been ground down into a powder and made into a bar.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's a whole cricket right there.
That's his legs. Is there any part of the cricket that you don't eat, or is it just the...
So these don't have the legs and the wings.
All right, I gotta try... Oh, what? Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Here you go.
I'm in trouble, maybe.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Well, I mean...
Sea salt and
It
vinegar.
really doesn't taste bad.
Really doesn't taste like much.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I am here at Paleo FX, and I just literally ate a cricket. So... that is wild. Oh, you're good. Okay, so what is it? What is Muse?
Okay. Yeah, Muse is a headband you wear while you meditate.
Okay.
It'll play a soundscape for you. For example.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, sounds of the rainforest. When the weather is calm, that means your mind is calm.
Yeah.
If the weather starts to get stormy, it means your mind has started to wander, and it's a cue to bring your focus back to your breath.
That's true.
Yeah. So at the end of your meditation, you'll get a graph that shows your results.
Wow.
And you can track your meditations over time.
All right. How long do I have to try for?
Why don't we do 2 minutes?
Let's do it. So you download this to your iPod, I guess, right? Or whatever, your iPhone.
Yeah.
And then what do you do next? iPad. Well, it's not an iPod. What am I saying?
You're gonna put on this headset. I'll put it on for you. That we do with your eyes closed. Is that
okay. Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Here's the results. So what happened here? Explain this to me. Okay, so where did I go too active and where was I calm?
Yeah. So at the start, it looks like you were in a neutral space, and you were able to bring it down to calm.
Okay.
And you were mostly neutral throughout, but there were a few spaces where you went into an active zone. You have 4 recoveries.
That. Okay, yep, I remember that.
And you can see where you pulled you were able to...
We won't talk about what happened there. We can't say that on the video, but something happened. Okay.
Yeah, you were able to... Yeah.
Now, what is this, birds?
Birds are when you're in a calm state for more than 5 seconds.
Okay, and then what is a Muse point?
Muse points are calculated based on your amount of time in calm, the amount of birds you get, your recoveries.
Oh, okay.
It's a score that we put together to help you.
Very nice, yeah.
Make a result of it.
All right, so we're here talking about starseed. Tell me about it, guys.
Well, starseeds are these fruits coming from the Amazon rainforest in Peru.
Okay.
They're the source of, they have the highest amount of omega-3 from the plant-based world. They're also loaded with protein, and they're a net carb zero snack.
Wow.
So we make a line of snacks of roasted seeds, salted and salted. We ground the seeds and make a protein butter spread.
Wow.
It's a net carb zero.
Yeah.
We also mix it with cacao powder. We make a chocolate spread. Super tasty.
Yeah.
And when we cold press the seeds, when they're raw, we make an omega-3 oil that has
Okay, I saw that.
48% omega-3.
Wow, and high antioxidants.
Very high in antioxidants.
Do you have that oil? Can I try it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, is this one? Okay, here we go.
It's the oil with the highest content of antioxidants of any oil. So those antioxidants are protecting the omega-3 from breaking apart.
It's very good. It's very light. It's not really thick. It's light. It feels very good.
Also,
Yeah,
has
It's
a,
actually refreshing. I mean, oil to feel refreshing is pretty
has
amazing.
a high smoke point, so you can also.
Oh, you can cook with it and you don't
yeah.
get toxic. What's the website?
At iamstarseed.com.
Oh, nice. iamstarseed.com. All right, guys, go check it out.
Amazon.com as well.
As on Amazon. So this is a company called amplemeal.com, and it's basically like a ketogenic friendly meal in a bottle, and I'm trying it. It is really good.
Yeah, it's my first time here. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's really sweet.
Wow. That was really good. So tell people where you can find it. What website again?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we do it the drinkable keto meal, real food based.
Okay.
You can find us on amplemeal.com.
Okay.
Our website and Amazon. Search for Ample Meal, and
That's
yeah.
awesome. It's really good. I mean, the one you gave me was this one, right? That tasted like the richest, like creamiest coffee. Really good.
For
Really
sure.
good
Throw a
stuff.
little cold brew in. Good to go in the morning.
Looking at this alkaline water, but we don't want to put anybody on video that doesn't want to be, so that'll be fine. So let me try it. I'll talk about it. So tell me about it.
right,
Maybe your
I'll-
voice will be on.
I'll tell you about it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try it. So this is Rising Springs. Our source is in the Sawtooth National Forest in Idaho.
Okay.
This is actually a picture of the source right here.
Oh, cool.
Where the water comes out from 2.2 miles deep. And so what's really unique about this source is it's completely protected by granite, so no modern atmosphere can affect it in any way. So the water tests pure, 2 parts per quadrillion, 0 contaminants of any kinds. And we package as a natural mineral supplement, which allows us to keep the water in its whole life form.
Wow.
It comes out highly alkaline at 9.4
Really alkaline. Okay, what about the silica?
Yeah.
Is silica in it
That's
or
right.
more content? Okay.
So it comes up on that 2.2 mile journey. It picks up a lot of minerals like silica, which is really good for hair, skin, and nails,
Wow.
connective tissue.
Okay, can I try some?
Of course, absolutely. I've got some right here for
Oh,
you.
this is fantastic. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah,
Look at how it almost looks like it's got like just like a diamond essence.
I was like tripping out. I'm like, can I see the silica in there or not? Like the way
I
that it
see
shimmers.
something the way it shimmers. Like it'd be cool. Just get some tap water, same glass, and see. Because well, what is silica? That's the stuff that makes like crystals, right? Glass.
And so then it's also good for connective tissue,
Yeah,
hair, nails.
it just looks so.
Cognitive function,
It looks so
detox.
glassy.
Have you tried it yet?
No, I'm just looking at it. Wow. All right, let me try it. Oh, that's really good. I got
It's
yeah.
silica soft mouthfeel too.
Yeah.
Soft and hard.
That is amazing. All right, definitely busy. And we're gonna try. All right, we're gonna try some fat fuel.
There, yeah, absolutely.
You want to tell me about it?
Yeah, so it's fat fuel to get your MCT oils,
Oh,
coconut
nice.
butter, cocoa butter.
Oh my God,
We
this
put
is
it in a
good.
powder
Okay.
form, and
Okay.
all you have to do is add water.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, you got it. Okay. Oh, it's hot.
It's hot. You can make it hot
Okay.
or cold.
We gotta
22
calm down.
grams.
I've been, as I go around, I've been eating
Trying
so many.
everything.
Well, yeah, and I'm just like buzzing, I guess.
Yeah. It's at 22 grams of those healthy fats.
Oh, it's in how much a serving? Like a cup?
I would say 12 to 14 ounces of water. Mix it with.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So you have a coffee flavor.
We have
Cocoa.
coffee,
That
we
is
have,
amazing.
this is kind of like a hot chocolate, no caffeine, and then we have a matcha green tea.
Wow.
Yeah, do you want to try it?
All right, so I tried to do, what was this for, Instagram or
Yeah.
something? Okay, I tried to do an Instagram story for them and I totally messed it up. So tell me about this awesome coffee here. I might as well make it up to you. This is the owner right here, which is amazing. And tell me about it.
So Strong Coffee is focused on creating a great cup of coffee that's instant, full of nutrition, and not depleting of your own, hydration, and overall just energy levels. We look at coffee as a solution for energy, but we don't realize that it actually is part of the problem because it dehydrates us, right? It causes anxiety, it causes jitters, and those things rob us of energy.
That's kind of what's happening. So I'm a little loopy after all the ketogenic stuff that I've been. So tell me about these saunas, clear light saunas. I'm gonna go in one and just experience it.
Yeah, let's go in here.
Okay, so let's go. She didn't want to be on the video, but I'm gonna go in. Oh wow, so it's warm. Okay, so we are going upstairs. Apparently, I am a VIP, thankfully, and we can go take a look at some of these other sessions here. This is a great event. Oh my God, they got sports. They got wrestling, all sorts of stuff. All right, let's see. But I don't know what's over here. So let's see what happens. This is a water fountain. All right, we'll let you know if anything's interesting. All right, so we are here in the, I guess, VIP premier area here. We're gonna see if there's another breakout panel. I actually have those chairs in my garage. They're very good.
I was scrolling Facebook and I saw all of my friends and my aunt.
All right, so that was a really cool breakout session, and it was all about masculine and feminine energies and kind of changing dialogue and what is toxic masculinity, what is extreme feminism energy, and how do we work with all of this, how do we change it. It's kind of interesting for a paleo conference, but it's a little bit about like, okay, you know, we have one way of like living, sort of like the ancestral way. What does that mean with gender roles, and is there a biological gender role, is there not? So it was very interesting. Got a little heated, of course, because everybody's got different opinions, but that's cool. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so we're in the VIP lounge, and look at this. All right, I'm gonna walk around and then I'll decide. Wow. So I got some light therapy. Ooh, lucid light. Now that looks like something. All right. Ooh, difficulty reaching meditative states. Not anymore. Very cool.
Behind your shoulder and your head will
Very cool. So, having some fun. Got a chance to talk with Mark Sisson, who, if you ever see the website, Mark's Daily Apple, really cool guy. Got to ask him some questions about keto. Didn't want to be awkward and take a video of him and me talking to him, but really cool guy. So, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so think of it as a supplement for your brain. So it's helping with memory, focus, clarity. They're essentially the same. This is a more premium product. It has 28 ingredients. This has 24 ingredients. You'll feel it almost immediately within.
So it's called Qualia.
Yeah, Qualia Focus and Mind, and then we just launched our latest product, Eternus, which is.
So what does the mind do? Is it like calming the mind, or?
Yeah, so you'll have a calming effect. You're not going to feel like a surge of energy like you would like a caffeine pill. It's going to be a nice even keel throughout the day.
Got a lot of magic for the body. They cross the blood-brain barrier, and one of our first scientific utilizations in the medical world is for epilepsy, but that same mechanism of action can upregulate glucose into the cells. So it's accompanied with also skyrocketed glucose levels, which would not happen in carbohydrate restriction in the diet. And ketoacidosis is only based on an insulin-dependent individual. Intermittent fasting, either of them are a bad thing. It's chronic calorie restriction, and I think that one of the issues, one of the beauty elements of ketosis is we get the appetite suppression, and then busy mamas that have a million things churning in their brains and taking care of all the fires going out, forget to eat, they over-caffeinate, they undersleep, and then they try to fit in a squeeze of exercise to add insult to injury, and they're just driving on low fuel. So, nutrient density, eating a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet that has ample protein with quality-sourced, real food ingredients is not going to have a negative impact on your hormones.
What does this mean? Well, when you're 80 years old and you get up in the middle of the night to take a leak and you trip over the cat, some people fall, break their hip, wind up in the hospital, and then because they're in the hospital, they get pneumonia, and then they can't get rid of the sputum because their lungs aren't strong enough, and they die of congestive heart failure, right? You can erase. That's how people don't die of old age. They die of organ failure from lack of resources, right? So you have to cause the body to build more muscle tissue so that all the other organs keep up in terms of their reserve.
We'll have to keep this conversation going, but we're out of time. Thank you all for coming.
All right, so we are leaving the the Paleo Effects event. It was really awesome. I'm gonna be kind of walking here. Really was great. I learned a lot. Really great people, and got a lot of good information on how to implement a ketogenic diet, but also a paleo type diet, and just be healthier. So it's a beautiful day. Let me turn the camera around. We're leaving feeling energized. Definitely had a lot of good stuff. I had a lot of healthy foods, a lot of whole foods, a lot of fats. There was a lot of people that, you know, would eat more of a ketogenic diet, which was kind of cool. And it's just a really great day in Austin, Texas. So now I got to get home to my wife and kids, and hopefully nothing cataclysmic happened there. And had a great day. And I'll share a little bit more about my diet journey here now that I've got some new information about how to do a ketogenic diet, a little bit optimized for what I want to do, because I want to keep building muscle. I want to keep being able to go to the gym and work out, and I realized I was not eating enough protein. I was actually kind of very low on protein, so I'm going to raise my protein and have some healthy sources of protein, and then work on that. So should be great, and I'll share more as I get in the car. I thought I'd share this here. This is a little bit of downtown Austin. Kind of a real pretty afternoon here. Top of the building. Always nice in Texas in April, because the weather gets really cool. Crystal clear skies. You know that I really don't like to see anything in our skies that's not natural, and it seems we've been very blessed to see only crystal clear, beautiful skies. So this is nice. Downtown Austin always has a real special feel for me. When I was in college, I used to work on 6th Street at a bar, and so there's a certain vibe, certain feeling. It's a good energy. It's, you know, a lot of excitement, a lot of younger people, a lot of kids going to school, you know, trying to figure out their dreams and what they're going to be, and it's fun. There's a lot of energy. It's like a hunger to learn, and it's really fun. And you know, when I came here and decided to move back to Austin, for some reason I wound up downtown and walked around and met 3 people that gave me a lot of hope in my life. And one of them, 2 of them were homeless, and one of them was blind. And so I've always kind of aggregated around the energies of downtown because of a lot of the different people there. And I don't live downtown, but it's just neat to be around such a beautiful afternoon, and especially after meeting so many people. And I think that's the thing about, you know, when you can learn, when you can expand your awareness, when you can be around people who are learning and growing and just excited about living and trying to make your life better, you know, in any way you can, and that keeps us moving forward. And be it in spirituality or be it in health and fitness, I mean, to me it's all about maximizing human potential. Now, I don't know what those things are. Geez, are those Wi-Fi towers? I don't particularly like those. But anyways, it's all about maximizing human potential. All right, so we are back in the car after a very full experience at Paleo Effects. Really great. Had a lot of fun. Saw some friends and things that, you know, not on the video, but people that I've known and people that I've worked with. So it was a really cool day. And I want to share a little bit more about my diet journey and kind of what I've been doing. So as I shared before I did the actual conference, I've been on a path where I was doing a lot of the traditional sort of diet where, you know, through bodybuilding, you would eat a pretty large amount of carbohydrates. You would eat every couple hours. You know, you would constantly be feeding your body. And what I found, you know, as I got older was, number one, like I would tend to not be able to eat as much food and stay thin. And I also found that with a family and you all through evolution, it was very hard for me to constantly be eating every few hours and cooking food. So what happened was I started eating less and having more time, and I started playing with intermittent fasting, where I would maybe wake up and then not eat until 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And so just recently I started switching my diet pretty dramatically. Actually, for the last 3 weeks, I started more of a ketogenic diet. And what a ketogenic diet is, let me start the car, it's getting warm in here. What a ketogenic diet is you actually consume about 70% fat, about 20 to 25% carbohydrates, and about 20 to 25% protein, and then about 5% carbohydrates. So you really don't have straight carbohydrate sources like potatoes or rice or pasta or bread. Instead, you have a ton of vegetables. You have a ton of like fresh things that are really healthy, salads, vegetables of all kinds, things like that. And most of your diet is fat. So it's healthy fats, macadamia nut oil, almond butter, peanuts if you can have them, maybe the fat from like certain types of meats and all of these things. So I've been doing that approach for the last 3 weeks. And what I found is the first couple days, of course, I had a little bit of that hard time adapting and was really kind of feeling a little tired. But after a few days, my body started to switch to using fat as energy. And this process is actually ketosis, where your body will start to create ketones in the blood, which become an energy fuel source for your brain, and your body starts burning fat for energy instead of carbohydrates, which carbohydrates really are glucose, which is the byproduct of carbohydrate metabolism, which is really sugar. And when you're on a carbohydrate type diet where you're having carbohydrates and protein and some fats, when the carbohydrates spike, you feel really good, and then you crash. And anybody that's had like a big breakfast and you hit that wall maybe 20 minutes later, that's the carbohydrate crash. The most amazing thing about ketogenic dieting, which I'm going through now, I may stick with it, I may not, is that I'm not necessarily tired when I'm hungry. I'm used to, on a carbohydrate diet, if I get hungry or I don't eat, my energy crashes. With ketogenic dieting and how I eat like now, with mostly fat and then protein and very little carbs, which all my carbs really come from just tons of vegetables, I've got energy all day. Whether I eat or don't eat has no impact on my energy. None. Because why? Well, I've got fat stored on my body I can burn, and my brain will run on ketones. So I have more energy no matter what. I'm sharper, I'm more clear. And one of the things that one of the panelists said in that last segment that I have on the tape was that we end up being in a carbohydrate slavery in our society, or metabolic slavery, because when we eat a lot of carbohydrates, we have this up, down, and what do you have to do? You have to keep eating carbs so that you feel good. And then when you don't eat them, then you feel irritable, you feel frustrated, you're looking for something. And then if you eat something bad, let's say instead of an apple, you go and have, a piece of cake or a cookie, then you feel really guilty about that. And then once that crash happens, that blood is out of your, that glucose and sugar is out of your blood. Because one of the things your body will do when you consume a lot of sugar is it gets into your blood, and your body doesn't want to have excess sugar in your blood. That's why when you get older, they will measure waking glucose and all that, because if you have too much sugar in your blood, it means your body is not being efficient at getting that sugar out of your system. So your body releases then through the pancreas insulin then opens the doors of your cells, fat cells and muscle cells, and also you have liver that you can also store glycogen. That sugar gets turned into something called glycogen, which is a storage, basically the storage of that sugar. That's the form it gets stored in. Now, if you're not an athlete, you're not working out, you're not burning it off, guess where all that extra sugar goes? It goes into fat. So that's why when you cut the sugar, you actually get out of that train or that slavery, carbohydrate metabolism slavery, and you start to just run on a different fuel source. So that's what I've been doing, and it feels really good. I may stick to it, I may change, it's whatever makes you feel good. But that's my journey, that's my food journey, that's where I'm at. Had a great day at Paleo Effects, and I want to thank Keith Norris, who is the amazing guy that created this with his beautiful wife and their team, and thank them for inviting me. And I'll put a link down below. It's a great day. I hope y'all enjoyed it and got to see a little bit of how I spent my weekend here, one day of my week today. So much love, everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care.